Hello everyone. In today's video we will be learning how to spec up your cooking character. Now this can be done in a few ways. The first way and the best way to do it is to just buy a bunch of ingredients on a low tier food such as cabbage soups. I was going to start crafting beef stews, but I realized I was going to craft low tier stuff first. So let's go to the market and quickly buy up some cabbages to make cabbage soups. Now we are doing this to level up our soup crafting in this example. Now this is just an example. You can absolutely do this for any other food like stews, omelets, sandwiches, anything. Now I'm only doing cabbage soup because it only has one ingredient and it's very simple to show you guys. Buy cabbage. Now I'm going to buy a full stack of cabbage here. I am only doing this for an example, so I don't have to craft or just buy a bulk, but I'll do it anyway. Now let's get this full stack here. Ideally, if you are trying to level up your food crafting, you want to place buy orders on this stuff, so you'll lose a lot less money. Now just for the example of the video, let us assume I have already bought these ingredients beforehand by placing a buy order for around 900k. If you place a buy order, you can easily get this in 900k, not 960 as we paid. Now let's make some cabbage soups. We don't want to use focus when you're bulk crafting because you want to save focus for your profitable crafts. I will tell you what they are later. Now let's just craft some cabbage soups. This will take some time because we are crafting a little quantity. Now the estimated value is at 960. It will drop a little bit because we are not crafting for profit. This is just for getting spec. Now if you are a completely new player and you have unlocked tier 5 cooking and you craft 200 cabbage soups, you will instantly get around 40 to 50 spec easily. But because I'm at 60s, leveling up my character is a lot slower than what your character would be. But definitely if you are a complete beginner in cooking and you craft this many, you'll get 30 to 40 levels right off the bat, and it only costs you less than a million silver. Now this is the first way to craft food and level up. I recommend doing it this way because you will lose some money at the start. I did not lose all that much. I paid 960 for the cabbages. I am at 950 almost. So what I lost 10k. Considering sales tax and all that, let's round it off to 50k. So I lost 50k and gained a bunch of spec for leveling up. Now this is the most reliable way you can use to level up cooking. This is the first one. Now the second one is the profit crafting. The profit crafting is the method I'm about to show you now. This method is a little slow to level up because it is limited on the amount of focus you have. If you have no focus whatsoever, you can't craft very much, but if you have high specs, you can craft a lot. That will in turn increase your profit by a lot too. Now I have 30 million worth of ingredients here and I will craft all of them. Now I will see you guys at a cooking station. Real quick, before we go to the cooking station, it is very important to find the cheapest one. Now I know that I say this a lot in all of my videos, but since this is a guide, I think it's important that I mention it. Now to find it, just click on any cook on the city and hover over their prices. This one's 690, 560, 560 again. Now do this until you find the cheapest one. So this is the cheapest at 550, so we will go there and start our crafting. Okay, I'm at the cooking station now, and the first thing to do is eat a salad to speed up your cooking process. Now this does not have to be anything expensive. Here we have 3 salads for 10,000 silver, which is practically free if you are a endgame crafter. Now let's start crafting. I'm crafting 0.1 foods, and I have made a lot of videos on this channel on how to buy ingredients or how to make 0.1 foods for profit. So refer to those videos if you are interested in learning that. Now for now, let's just craft. The cooking estimated value here is 30.4 million. I predict it to be around 35 million or 33 million by the end. Now we did pay around 20 million on buy orders on all of this stuff. I already had a bunch of bread, so the bread is practically free. I crafted my own bread, and the fish bottles I paid 15 million silver for the fish and seaweed together. This shows around 20 to 25 million in the estimated market value, because you know it's the market value, it's always inaccurate. But if you ever do cooking, you'll realize how much money you can make just by doing this. I can sustain my premium on like 3 characters just from doing this alone. Now I will meet you guys after I finish crafting all of the beef stew here. I have finished crafting the beef stew. We made a little over 1000 beef stews, 1070 to be specific, and I have used up all of my focus. So the most of our profit in this craft is not just from the beef stews that we made. The main profit while you are using focus to craft is the resource return on these fish sauce bottles. Now you can just sell these bottles as they are for profit, like for quick profit, but if you play it smart, you can use these bottles for the next craft, which is in 3 days. So for the next time you craft, you can only use, or you can only buy 50% of the ingredients, because you got 50% of the ingredients on resource return rates. So basically the next time you craft, you can invest half the money and make double the profit. That's the biggest thing about resource return rates on cooking. I don't think any other type of crafting is quite this good for focus. There are some end game crafting methods like crafting 8.3 armors and stuff that are quite good, but just from focus points, I think this is the best way to level up your cooking if you don't want to spend much money or invest a lot in spec. Now let's look at the price of ingredients individually. We have 22.5 million on just the stews, and let's look at the other ingredients. These are very cheap compared to all of this. This is negligible cost. You can forget the cost of these ingredients. That's the best part of crafting enchanted food. The normal ingredients are quite worthless to you, so you can just buy them straight off the market without even placing buy orders sometimes. So let's look at the fish bottles. Now we got 9.8 million worth of fish sauce bottles back just in the resource return rate. That is very good for us, because next time when we craft with focus, we'll get 50% of this back as resource return. So this is not just accurate for you, because every time you craft, this keeps returning you more and more stuff. Like until you stop crafting, you always get a reduced cost on your next craft, because that's how resource returns work. Now let's go and see how much time it would take for us to sell all of the 8.1 beef stews we just made. You can actually do that in the market logs here. Go to the sell tab and check here. So if you check, in the last 1 hour we only sold 23. Maybe that's because it's not been 1 hour since this tab started. Let's look at the previous one. 59, and the one before that 38, 61, 75. Okay, so it's a little slow today. I don't know, maybe it's because right after server reset this is not very active time. I don't know. So generally on 1 hour in prime time it will sell 200. I'm not lying, because you can clearly see when the game is active or there's a lot of people online, this stuff sells out fast. So 1000 of this will sell in 1 day easily. Alright, that's about it for the profitable crafting methods. The first one is you just invest in spec, and the second one is you craft with focus. Now there is a third method which is incredibly fast. You can max out your character in one day if you wanted to do this with this method, but it will cost you hundreds of million in silver. Now this method is studying the food you crafted. Now I'll show you what I mean with a example. Now let's study these breads here and I'll show you what I mean. Now whenever you come to a cooking station, there are two options here, that is food and study. Now if you go over to study tab, you can place your foods here and hit study. If you do this, you will get fame directly, but it will destroy the food. Okay, what are the fame we get? Okay, we get 34,000 cooking fame for it. That is if you use focus. Without focus we get 32. It's not a big deal, focus or no focus, but you do what you want. I will do it for the video. I'm basically just throwing away 100k silver here for some small amount of fame. See, this is really fast if you want to level up your cooking in one day, but I really do not recommend doing this because it will eat up your silver completely. Now before I started this video, my beef stew, what's this thing called, just stew crafting, was at 90. Now I'm at 95 just from crafting one day. If I do it for like what, 2 more days, I will max out my stew crafting. After that I'll move on to another tree and spend a week or 2 on that, max it out. You know, it just keeps moving. If you keep crafting for profit, you will eventually max it out. Your profit may be small, but at least you won't lose any money. So I recommend using the first method to get your first 50 or 60 specs, where you just bulk craft without focus, and after you get some decent specs, like at least 50 on all cooking trees, you can start using focus to make some really nice profit. In this video specifically, we made around 10 to 15 million just from the cooking. I paid 20 million on the ingredients and we have 34 million after crafting, but considering we can use these ingredients to craft again, that's a lot of profit. It's really hard to calculate just how much money you can make, so I'm just saying 15 million here. Alright guys, that's it for the guide. Now after this we will cut to the giveaway for our previous video. Alright, let's see who won the giveaway on my previous video. Okay, if you want to claim your premium code, contact me on Discord and I will DM the code to you. Now for anyone else who is interested in joining the giveaway, just add any comment in this video and you will automatically be entered for the giveaway. But in order to claim the code, you have to send me a DM on my Discord or join my server and reach out to me there so I can give you the code. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Subscribe to the channel, become a member if you want to support the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.